speaking for the fans when I say they offended me. Really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by hate, you don't see the word enemy. You motherfuckers be tempting me, don't like your energy. You think you pimping me. They fight for 500 centuries, no penitentiaries. I'm smoking plenty weed. I don't need no sympathy. Earl Smith versus Crawford, gon' be all the time. Regardless of who win or lose, they still gon' be in the Hall of Fame. So I ain't even in my feelings. Regardless of the rain, I'm chillin'. Numb to the pain, no feeling. Can't do the same, no feeling. Forget it, but I ain't no villain. Lost my top, so it ain't no ceiling. Rhyme versus Tank is a fight I'm not feeling. Cause we already know that Tank gon' kill him. I wanna see Tank versus Devin Haney. Even Frank Morton. What about Shakur? Boxing is not a sport that we can afford. So we know that rich people rob the poor. This I cannot ignore. I've never been shot before. The pain is burning inside. When my people die, it's just like a hunter who shot a boy. Damn. I put my heart in this boxing. They be like, "Charge me to stop it." We stop our card and they rob us. These promoters is sharks and they partners. It's gonna be hard trying to stop us. Speaking for the fans when I say they offended me. But really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by hate, you don't see the real enemy.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, gotta talk about the elephant in the room. Been hearing a lot of whispers. A lot of people say he ain't ready. A lot of people think that David Morrell ain't ready to fight David Benavidez. Want to get my thoughts on it. Also, I want to say, how good is David Morrell? For one, David Morrell is straight up out of Cuba. He been fighting in Minnesota. He got a nice fan base out there. Just doing a little film on him. Just showing some shit, some of this sauce. By the way, that's him with the yellow and blue trunks on. He's 6'1". He looked taller than that, but he big as shit. This is his best performance because it's against a very formidable opponent. Somebody who fought Andrade. He's fought number top level competition. That's Alantez Fox. He also has a brother named Michael Fox. I think that's his name, Michael Fox. But yeah, Alantez Fox got good defense, can fight. He just don't have very good power, but that motherfucker can fight. And you see he's tall and long. And David Morrell destroyed him. I probably done seen this fight about 3 or 4 times. But before I can even get to that, I want to say some shit. I'm sick of this Canelo shit now. This Canelo shit is getting real. And boxing, I'm telling you, boxing promotes prostitution. Prostitution and pimping. You got to be one or the other. Yeah. So I'm finna give you some of this pimping. Canelo, he's a trick, and all these fighters are becoming prostitutes. And they go for Jamal Cholo, they go for Andrade, and they go for Benavidez. Y'all are prostitutes. And Canelo is the trick with all the money, and y'all fighting to get to him. That's all that is, bro. It ain't nothing but a payday. That's all Canelo is at this point. He's a payday, bro. We're gonna call it what it is. You won't become the best fighter in the world beating Canelo. You won't be number 1 pound for pound if you beat Canelo. Proof of that is Bivol. Nobody in boxing says Bivol is the best fighter on the planet. Nope. It won't happen, bro. You want a paycheck. And you know, that's all it is, bro. And they go for all 3 of y'all. So, you know what? I think, if you really want to get my respect, I wish y'all just say, you know what? Fuck Canelo. And when they ask you about him, say, that motherfucker's a bitch to me. Don't even bring that bitch up to me until he want to fight. Don't even bring that hoe up to me. I wish y'all would talk to him like that. Yeah, when a reporter asks you something, say, don't bring that bitch up again. And just really disrespect him and shit like that. And just say, whenever he want to fight, then we'll talk about it. But I don't want to keep asking this motherfucker for a fight. And he ain't trying to fight me. So, I wish one of y'all motherfuckers do that. Another thing, David Benavidez, I want to say this. Couple things I want to point out. The first thing I want to point out is, with this win over Caleb Plant, it is automatically, I guess, put David Benavidez as the mandatory that there is no other fight that must happen, and Canelo gotta fight him because he beat Plant. Because he beat Plant, Canelo just gotta fight him. There is no other fight to make. That's what I'm hearing. And so I want to counter that with saying this. A lot of shit. Let me say this. For one, I gotta point this out. David Benavidez, you know, if you really want to talk about it, and I don't hear nobody really talking about this, you never hurt Caleb when his legs was fresh. Nowhere through round 1 through 7, and you landed certain shots. You missed a lot, but you never hurt him. And Caleb ain't the most, he don't have the most grittiest chin. You never hurt him when he was fresh. You hurt him when he got tired. And credit to you, you got the win, and you did what you were supposed to do. But I'm just saying about the power. You have respectable power. You don't have devastating power. And I'm saying that for a reason. Because when you talk about fighting Canelo, your power won't hold up. He'll walk through you, bro. He gonna dip that shit, and Canelo got the perfect style to beat you. Perfect style. And he gonna hit you flush. And Canelo got devastating power. That's one thing I will say about him. Even though he acting bougie, that motherfucker can knock out. He can knock out anybody from 168 to 175. He got devastated. And another thing I'm gonna say good about Canelo is he's arguably the number 1 counterpuncher in boxing. I could say that about his counters are different, bro. His timing is different when he count. He's a natural counterpuncher. So he's very good at that. And I'm saying David Benavidez will get too aggressive. He will leave himself open like he do in every other fight. And Canelo gonna time him. That's why that's why he said see you soon. And he a coward for that. He's seen how easy it was for Caleb to hit you. He saw it, bro. Caleb threw them bullshit ass coming at, and he landed all that shit. It just wasn't no pop on it. So I just wanted to point that out. Cause you're gonna try that Mexican shit against Canelo, and it's gonna get you stopped. Trying to fight a Mexican fight and a warrior fight, you leave yourself wide open, bro. And your power, you will never hurt Canelo. I don't care how many times you won't hit. You don't have the power. I see Charlo hurting Canelo way before I can see you hurt. You don't got devastating power, bro. You got power if I keep letting you hit me for about 10 rounds, yeah, you can wear me down. But you don't have. David Morrell has 1-punch knockout power. And I'm saying that to say, yeah, shout out to you for the win over Caleb, but that don't automatically mean the only fight we need is Canelo. Like I said, y'all look like a bunch of prostitutes chasing after Canelo. So, yeah, I think you need to fight either Charlo, Andre, or Morrell. And they saying Morrell is the mandatory, so I've already said I think Andre beats Benavidez and Canelo. And easy. Just like similar to how Floyd easily beat Canelo, I see Andre beating him easily like that, bro. And he got more than respectable power. Andre gonna make Canelo respect him. I think Andre hit harder than Benavidez. Honestly, I do. That overhand left is devastating. That motherfucker is devastating. And another thing I want to point out, another reason why I think Andre beats Canelo and beat Benavidez, it ain't like he ain't never been in there with some hard ass punchers. I think Walter Atontakodakam, that motherfucker from Nigeria, go look at that fight. That motherfucker hit way harder than Benavidez, and he clocked Andre. Andre took that shit, and he said after the fight, that motherfucker hit hard as shit. And Andre dropped him about 5 times in that fight. So Andre hit much harder than a lot of people give him credit for. So I just wanted to point that out. Back to Morrell. Morrell is the wild card in this shit. He's the elephant in the room. And I'm going to say that as much I brag, and y'all know I'm pro-black, and I'm biased towards black fighters. I don't know, Andre might lose to Canelo. I don't know, but in my biased black opinion, nah, but I honestly do. Just from a boxing perspective, I really think Andre is just a better fighter than both of them. Andre got top 3 defense in boxing, and he got more than respectable power. So you ain't going to walk through his shit. And he a southpaw and he tricky. So that's why I think motherfuckers ain't fucking with him, bro. But David Morrell got the highest ceiling. He got the highest ceiling, bro. He can be better than all these dudes. And he young. Tell you what I like about him. David Morrell, for one, his attitude. I like him, bro. I like that. You can't not like him. What I like about him, he's an animal, but he smiles. That motherfucker will smile and kill you. He that type. He'll smile and he'll a gentleman. After he knock you out, remember he knocked out that one dude and he picked him up and dragged him to his corner? Hey, that motherfucker, I mean, he just very cordial. He's very respectable. He beats your ass and he'll help you up and help you get to your trainer. And he shows nothing but respect after beating your ass. Morrell, I just really like his attitude. He a calm killer. And he a nice killer, but he a killer. Make no mistake about it. David Morrell has devastating power. One punch knockout power. Got a good jab. I wish he used it more. He's a southpaw. He liked to switch, but you're better from the southpaw position. Another thing about him, the straight left is so precise, and he throw combinations, bro. He got a good inside game, and I think he's stronger than anybody at 168. I think he's stronger. I think he's more athletic, and I think he's the hardest puncher. David Morrell versus David Benavidez. Let's talk about it. When you look at David Benavidez's resume and you look at David Morrell got less fights. But David Morrell been matched up pretty tough early in his career. Especially that Alantez Fox, he could have got, if he wasn't ready, bro, Alantez Fox the kind of fighter can make you look real bad, bro. And you see what he's doing to him, bro. Alantez Fox has never been beat up like that. And Andre beat the dog shit out of Morrell, beat the fight out of Fox. And I ain't never seen him whoop like that. So, I think the dude, I think he got the potential of being special, bro. And at this point, it's not too early for him. He ready, because you got to understand, besides Caleb Plant, the most experienced fighter David Benavidez fought was who? David Lemieux, and he came all the way up from 154. And who else? Anthony Durrell, who got knocked out by Caleb. It's a lot of shit. So David Benavidez don't have no deep resume like that. He don't got a whole lot of experience. The most experienced fighter he's beat now is Caleb. And Caleb, he was not a very experienced fighter, but he fought Canelo. So a lot of these fighters, Caleb only had like 21 fights when he fought Canelo. He wasn't very experienced. His best wins were against Yuskastiki, and Yuskastiki ain't nothing but a puncher. So a lot of times, it's a lot of fighters that really wasn't ready. Because I'm going to tell you something, Caleb really wasn't ready for Canelo. He wasn't disciplined enough, bro. And he still ain't worked on his gas tank. He weakens mentally and physically. Not just physically. Mentally, he weakens after the 8th round. And Canelo exposed that first. He weakens, bro. That's some shit he got to get therapy on and figure out, why do you weaken mentally and physically after the 8th round? So he wasn't ready for Canelo. So it's a lot of shit. But he still beat the shit out of Canelo for about 7-8 rounds. So it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of fighters that we may think ain't ready. What's the boy? Yoelvis Gomez. He a Cuban. He got about 6 fights. But that motherfucker ready right now. I think he'll stop Castano right now. No, he at 160. Or is he at 154? But anyway, and if he at 160, I got him beating Janabek. So I'm saying it's a lot of time. Some fighters are just built different. The genetics of David Morrell and the training of running Shields is a deadly combination. And running Shields is that's why I think Jamal needs to switch training. Running Shields is completely focused on David Morrell. He's completely focused on training because he sees special, bro. David Morrell got special. He got that African shit, bro. I know he's from Cuba because he's he ain't a black American. He's a black Cuban. Yeah, he's a black man from Cuba. And he got a lot of that special sauce in him. His genetics are just different, bro. I mean, when you look at his build, how long he is. But he's very muscular. He's huge, bro. And he's strong as shit. And like I said, every punch hurts. So I definitely think he could hurt and stop David Benavidez. The thing about it is, my biggest criticism with David Morrell, sometimes he get a little too happy. And you get to putting your hands down and showboating and shit. I don't want to see that shit. At this kind of level, when you get to fighting at the top level and you're fighting for titles and shit, get a little bit more focused in there. But he's very athletic. That's the most impressive shit to me, is the athleticism and just the raw talent, bro. He got raw talent. He got raw fucking talent, bro. I'm telling you something. He's more skilled than David Benavidez. He's more skilled. The question would be, can you be disciplined enough? like I said, that's what got Bivol to win over Canelo more than anything. It wasn't just the skill, bro. It's the discipline. A lot of these fighters just ain't disciplined. So I want to see if you're going to be disciplined. I want to see you tighten up a little bit more on your defense. I like it that you wear the high guard. He don't get hit flush much either. Yeah, David Benavidez versus David Morrell. I favor David Morrell. With the power, with the skill, with the athleticism, with running in his corner, I got David Morrell. And I'm going to tell you something. David Morrell is the one fighter, because I think Jamal could hurt Canelo, but David Morrell could hurt Canelo. I don't see David Benavidez hurting Canelo. You got to hurt Canelo to beat him, or either out. The only two styles that beats Canelo, you got to outbox him, be a fundamentally sound boxer, which Bivol is. He's technically sound. Jamal's technically sound. Andre's technically sound. You got to be either that, or you got to really, really pack a lot of power, bro, to really deter Canelo. So that's why I'm saying Benavidez is a horrible. Canelo's style is horrible. He gonna hurt him. And so what I'm saying is David Morrell got the power to hurt Canelo. So yeah, David Benavidez versus David Morrell, and maybe the winner get Canelo. So yeah, the Canelo sweepstakes or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, David Morrell is dangerous. And you motherfuckers gonna have to put a little bit more respect on his name. So yeah, this is 903 Boxing. I am your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.